Hello, Yankees fans. Today we're diving into some of the most intriguing developments this offseason. Things are moving in ways that are catching everyone by surprise, and the situation around some of the league's most talked about pitchers is giving teams serious opportunities if they're willing to make bold moves. Right now, when we look at Tatsuya May, the reports suggest he hasn't received any offers yet, and that alone tells a lot about how unpredictable the current market is. At first, many believed May would be in line for a long-term contract, maybe 6, 7, or even 8 years, but now it seems the landscape is changing. If you're the Yankees, this is a chance to approach him differently, maybe with a shorter-term deal, 3 to 4 years, which could be a smart play given his age and the potential he showed last season. While he might not be at the level of someone like Yamamoto, he still brings solid performance and value to any rotation, and his availability could be a game-changer if the team acts quickly. It's worth remembering that this scenario is not unique to MA. Similar situations are unfolding with other pitchers in the league, like Murakami and Okamoto. There was a time when it seemed certain these players would command long-term deals, but the reality of the market is proving otherwise. For the Yankees, and really for any team in Major League Baseball, that means opportunities to secure talent at terms that are more manageable than originally expected. M.A. is 27, just entering what many consider the prime years for a pitcher, and his recent season shows he can handle the pressure. Signing him now on a midterm deal could provide the Yankees with a rotation boost without locking up the team for 7 or 8 years, which makes a lot of sense strategically. The offseason itself is shaping up to be unpredictable in every corner. Reports suggest that the Yankees might explore acquiring starting pitchers on the trade market as well, with names like Freddie Peralta, Mackenzie Gore, and Seo Katara being mentioned as possible targets. Each of these options would likely require significant investment in prospects, which is a factor that teams weigh heavily. But the idea of securing a player like M.A. now, before a bidding war inflates the market, seems more appealing than ever. Even if he hasn't pitched a single major league inning yet, his potential and the changing dynamics of team needs make him a candidate that shouldn't be overlooked. The key for the Yankees will be timing, as there's a hard deadline around early January, and decisions need to be made quickly if they want to capitalize on what could be a rare window of opportunity. Now, the situation with outfielders is just as complex. Cody Bellinger's potential return to New York has been a hot topic, yet negotiations seem to be dragging. While his talent is undeniable, his career has had ups and downs, making contract discussions delicate. He remains one of the league's top corner outfielders, bringing versatility that allows teams to adjust lineups in multiple ways, whether it's handling first base duties temporarily or giving other players more opportunities in left field. But the market has shifted, and the numbers being discussed might not match what the Yankees are willing to offer long-term. There's speculation that a 5-year deal could be the maximum the team considers, though a 3 to 4 year contract might be more realistic given circumstances. The key question is whether Bellinger is willing to accept terms that align with the team's strategy, especially with the offseason ticking down toward early January. Meanwhile, Kyle Tucker presents another layer of complexity. Like Bellinger, he had an impressive performance last season, with his stats showing significant contributions both offensively and defensively. If his contract expectations have adjusted, the Yankees could see him as a viable option as well, particularly if the market conditions limit bidding competition. The combination of Bellinger and Tucker, if pursued wisely, could provide a team with exceptional corner outfield coverage and offensive firepower. The challenge, as always, is navigating a market where teams act strategically, sometimes waiting to see if they can secure top talent without pushing prices higher. The Yankees have to weigh timing, performance projections, and financial considerations, especially as January approaches, to ensure they don't miss out on key opportunities while also avoiding overcommitting to any single player. The uncertainty of the offseason adds to the tension, with teams constantly evaluating not only who is available, but also what terms can be realistically agreed upon. When you consider the dynamics around starting pitchers like M.A., trade candidates like Peralta or Gore, and outfield options like Bellinger and Tucker, it's clear that front offices have a lot to balance. For the Yankees, strategic timing is everything. And making early moves could be the difference between landing a key player or missing out entirely. Every decision has a ripple effect, influencing rotations, lineups, and even the development of younger players who might see more playing time, depending on who is brought in. It's fascinating to watch how these negotiations unfold, because the offseason isn't just about filling holes. It's about anticipating trends in the market, identifying undervalued talent, and making moves that maximize both immediate performance and long-term flexibility. For instance, with MA potentially available as shorter-term deal, the Yankees could improve their pitching depth without sacrificing future payroll flexibility. Similarly, if the situation with Bellinger or Tucker evolves favorably, the team could solidify its outfield while still keeping options open for trades or minor acquisitions. The balance between patience and decisiveness is critical, and this offseason is highlighting just how nuanced those decisions can be. Looking at the bigger picture, the Yankees are navigating a highly unusual market where expectations and realities are not aligning in the ways many predicted. Players once expected to command long-term, high-value contracts are now available under different terms, creating both opportunities and challenges. For fans, this means there's plenty to watch and speculate about, from pitching rotations to outfield configurations, and every day brings the potential for a surprising move that could reshape the roster. For the front office, it's a delicate game of timing, negotiation, and projection, balancing the risk of waiting too long against the reward of making an early, strategic acquisition. Even with all the uncertainty, one thing is clear. The Yankees have the chance to make impactful moves that could define their season. Whether it's jumping on MA, navigating trade market options for starting pitchers, or resolving the situations around Bellinger and Tucker, the decisions made in the next few weeks are likely to have long-lasting effects. Fans should expect a flurry of activity as the team positions itself to take advantage of the changing landscape, with each choice potentially altering both the short-term competitiveness and the long-term composition of the roster. The unpredictability only adds to the excitement, making this offseason one of the most intriguing in recent memory for the team and its supporters. As we move deeper into this offseason, the Yankees are facing a critical crossroads when it comes to constructing both their rotation and their lineup. With Tatsuya Ime potentially available on a shorter-term contract, there's a growing sense that the team could make a bold move before other franchises start jockeying for position. Ime represents a rare opportunity, given his age, performance, and the shifting dynamics of the pitching market, and New York has the ability to act decisively. Timing will be essential, especially since the January 2nd deadline is looming, and every day without a signed deal increases the risk that competing teams might intervene. But right now, it seems like the odds are in the Yankees' favor if they move quickly and confidently. Turning to the trade market, the landscape is equally fascinating. Players like Freddie Peralta, Mackenzie Gore, and Alcantara are generating significant buzz, yet acquiring them comes with a cost and prospects that any front office must carefully weigh. Peralta, with his proven track record, would strengthen the rotation immediately, while Gore and Alcantara offer high upside, albeit with varying degrees of risk. The challenge for the Yankees is to evaluate how much prospect capital they are willing to commit in exchange for short-term pitching improvements. It's a balancing act that requires foresight and a willingness to make tough decisions, particularly in a market that is evolving so rapidly. Meanwhile, the situation with Cody Bellinger continues to capture attention. Despite the speculation and ongoing rumors, there has been little progress on finalizing a deal. Bellinger's talent is unquestionable. His ability to contribute both offensively and defensively makes him a versatile asset, especially for a team like New York that needs flexibility in the lineup. His presence allows the Yankees to adjust to injuries, rest regular starters, or experiment with matchups without losing significant production. Yet, contract negotiations have proven challenging, with potential terms now looking shorter than initially expected. While a 5-year deal may be the maximum the team is willing to offer, there's growing speculation that a 3 to 4-year contract could be more realistic, aligning better with both the player's performance profile and the team's long-term planning. Kyle Tucker represents a parallel storyline. Last season, both Tucker and Bellinger delivered impressive WAR values, showcasing their contributions in critical areas like on-base percentage, OPS, and overall offensive production. Tucker's ability to play multiple outfield positions adds to his value, and if market conditions have softened his contract demands, the Yankees could see him as a viable target alongside or even instead of Bellinger. The strategic calculations are complex. Pursuing both players might be ideal for lineup depth, but financial and roster constraints could force the team to prioritize one over the other. Every decision impacts other roster members, from Dominguez to Jones, requiring careful assessment of both immediate needs and potential trade flexibility. One of the most intriguing aspects of this offseason is how quickly dynamics can shift. Players previously expected to command long-term, high-value contracts are now available under different terms, creating a landscape that rewards teams capable of moving fast. The Yankees have a history of being decisive when opportunities present themselves, and this season may test that reputation once again. Acting promptly to secure MA or navigating the trade market for starting pitchers could shape the team's rotation for the entire season. At the same time, resolving the outfield situation with Bellinger and Tucker will determine the flexibility and depth of the lineup, affecting not just games but the development and deployment of younger talent. The front office faces an intricate puzzle, balancing potential acquisitions, contract negotiations, and roster composition while anticipating moves from other teams. It's a strategic game of timing and insight, requiring careful evaluation of each option's long-term impact. For instance, signing MA to a 3- or 4-year deal could free up payroll while providing immediate rotation support, creating a scenario where other trades or acquisitions become more feasible. Similarly, navigating the Bellinger and Tucker situations requires foresight, understanding both the players' willingness to accept terms and the potential ripple effects across the roster. The Yankees must weigh all these factors simultaneously, making it one of the most complex offseasons in recent memory. Adding to the complexity is the unpredictable nature of player negotiations. While some athletes may be ready to sign quickly, others could leverage the competitive environment to seek more favorable deals. In the case of MA, his lack of offers suggests a market that might be underestimating his potential value, which could work in New York's favor if they act decisively. For Bellinger and Tucker, the stakes are high because securing either player would significantly impact lineup construction and offensive production. The Yankees must remain agile, responsive, and strategic, anticipating not only their own needs, but also the movements of rival teams. Off-season moves don't exist in isolation. Every signing, trade, or negotiation influences the broader roster. For example, acquiring a top-tier pitcher on a shorter-term deal could relieve pressure on the bullpen, allowing younger arms more opportunities to develop. Similarly, adding an impactful outfielder could free up defensive alignments and provide the flexibility to experiment with different matchups. The cumulative effect of these decisions shapes the team's identity heading into the season, determining whether the Yankees are positioned for contention or simply treading water. Fans watching closely can see how these dominoes might fall, with every day offering the potential for game-changing news. But before we continue, please remember to join our channel and give this video a like. Your support allows us to keep bringing you the latest news about the New York Yankees. Feel free to share your thoughts on the news in the comments. Aaron Boone, the fiery manager of the New York Yankees, has reportedly taken a hard line that could shake the very core of the team's roster. Sources close to the clubhouse suggest that Boone has decided to bench one of his starting players due to disciplinary issues, a move that has sent ripples through the Yankees camp and ignited whispers among fans and analysts alike. While the identity of the player has not been officially confirmed, insiders hint that this could be a pivotal figure in the lineup, someone whose absence will be felt both on the field and in the locker room dynamics. Boone, known for his no-nonsense approach and insistence on accountability, is said to have made the decision after repeated infractions that violated team rules. The situation reportedly reached a breaking point, forcing the manager to take decisive action, signaling to the rest of the squad that talent alone will not shield anyone from consequences. Aaron Boone doesn't play favorites, a source familiar with the organization remarked. He expects professionalism, and he's not afraid to bench a big-name player if the team's standards are at risk. The Yankees, in response to this sudden vacancy, are rumored to be exploring internal options to fill the gap, though there are whispers that a mid-season addition could be on the horizon. The team's front office is allegedly in talks to bring in reinforcements, aiming to ensure the lineup remains competitive while Boone sends a clear message about discipline and commitment. The speculation around potential acquisitions has fans and pundits buzzing, with some pointing to minor league call-ups and others suggesting that a trade could be imminent. For the Yankees, this episode underscores a broader narrative about a team striving to maintain control over its locker room culture amid high expectations and intense scrutiny. Boone's reputation for demanding excellence is well documented, but this latest move, if confirmed, could redefine the boundaries of what is tolerated in New York. As the rumors swirl and insiders weigh in, one thing is clear. Boone is not afraid to make bold, even controversial decisions in pursuit of a cohesive, disciplined team. The coming days could see more clarity emerge, but for now, the Yankees clubhouse is undeniably at the center of speculation, with Boone firmly at the helm, enforcing his standards without compromise. That's it for this update. If you enjoyed the video and want to keep receiving exclusive news about the New York Yankees, please subscribe to our channel and give us a like. We always appreciate your comments and opinions. See you in the next video.